In a tense episode of The Young and the Restless full episode Friday, October 18th, Lucy is pushed to the brink of panic after Daniel confesses that there is evidence to implicate him in Heather's murder. The idea that someone deliberately framed Daniel is terrifying to Lucy, as she knows he is innocent. The worry that Daniel could be sent to prison for a crime he did not commit sends Lucy into a state of panic and confusion. Losing Heather was already devastating, but now Lucy must face the fear of losing Daniel to an unjust conviction. Daniel, despite trying to support Lucy as much as he can, is also consumed by fear. His life has suddenly become a nightmare from which he cannot wake up, and seeing Lucy suffer makes things even harder for him. Their relationship is put to a brutal test as anxiety and fear grip them both. While Daniel rushes to contact his lawyer and prepares for what may come, Phyllis realizes that she needs to act now. Phyllis knows that fear will only make things more stressful and confusing at this point. So she decides to take control of the situation to distract Lucy from her panic. Phyllis sits Lucy down, gently but firmly taking the conversation in a different direction. She doesn't want Lucy to be overwhelmed with anxiety any longer, so she starts telling Lucy about her past. The episode takes a special turn from here with many tumultuous stories that Phyllis has experienced. From humorous moments to heartfelt and touching stories, Phyllis not only shares in a simple way but also opens up a different perspective on her life. Phyllis recounts stories from her past, not only to distract Lucy but also to inspire and give hope. She tells of times when she was put in seemingly hopeless situations, but she overcame them with resilience and determination. Lucy, who may not have understood Phyllis' past, is now fascinated and amazed by the crazy things Phyllis has gone through over the past 30 years. In these stories, Phyllis also makes it clear that life's challenges are never forever, and if she can overcome difficult situations, then Daniel can do the same. Step by step, Lucy's confusion gradually subsides as she begins to realize that there is still hope. Phyllis's stories are not just stories of the past, but they also carry a strong message about the power of faith and will. In between these emotional stories and memories, the episode also takes time to bring the audience back to Phyllis's turbulent life. We see her stumble and face many tragedies, but Phyllis always knows how to get up. These flashbacks give Lucy a clearer view of what Phyllis has had to overcome to become the strong woman she is today. Phyllis' story is not only a medicine to help Lucy calm down but also a great source of motivation. Phyllis ends her confession by reminding Lucy that no challenge is insurmountable if we believe in the people we love and are willing to fight for them. In Lucy's mind, the image of Daniel is no longer someone who is unjustly accused, but someone who is capable of overcoming the storm, just like his mother did. However, Phyllis does not stop at comforting Lucy with stories. She begins to suspect Sharon Newman, who has a complicated past with their family. Phyllis believes that Sharon may be the one who set everything up to trap Daniel. With the instinct of a protective mother, Phyllis is determined to find out the truth and expose this conspiracy, even though she has to face many difficulties ahead. With Phyllis' determination and resilience, the story not only revolves around addressing Lucy's fears but also opens up a new battle between Phyllis and those she suspects are behind the incident. The episode not only ends with a sense of suspense, but also hints at the dramatic developments in the future when Phyllis begins to investigate further about Sharon and the dark secrets behind the case. Phyllis, with her strong instincts to protect her family, cannot sit idly by as her son, Daniel, is caught up in a serious murder case. Although not a police officer or a professional investigator, Phyllis is sharp and shrewd in using her connections and skills to find the truth. For her, the truth is paramount, and she believes that there is something fishy behind all of these events. Phyllis begins by questioning everyone around her, and relentlessly searches for any clues that might help her solve the case. She is determined to prove that Daniel is not the culprit, and that Heather's death may be part of a larger conspiracy that she cannot yet fathom. Phyllis believes that someone is deliberately framing Daniel, and she is relentless in her quest to find out who that person is. At the same time, Kyle Abbott, Jack Abbott's son, is facing a dark period in his life. The pressures of family and work have taken a toll on Kyle. Bad decisions, internal conflicts, and the secrets he carries seem to be dragging him deeper into darkness. It's unclear how Kyle will face the future, but it's clear he's being dragged into a battle he doesn't know he can overcome. While Phyllis investigates on her own, Chance Chancellor, a dedicated and talented cop, is also working hard to solve Heather's death. However, as Chance investigates, things aren't as simple as he thought. The evidence linking Daniel, while compelling, has elements that make him suspicious. Chance's instincts as a cop may help him realize that something is amiss, but the law requires concrete evidence. Daniel, who seems to be at the center of the case, looks guilty, just as Sharon Newman wants him to. Sharon tried to manipulate the situation to her advantage, but it seemed that she had made mistakes that could not be hidden forever. Chance, with his keen intuition, began to question some of the things that did not make sense in the case. He realized that some pieces of the story did not fit, and this made him continue to dig deeper. Sharon, despite her carefulness, still had moments of negligence in her plan. She had turned off the location of her phone to avoid being tracked, but in today's technological world, it was not difficult to determine the location. Furthermore, Sharon did not use gloves when closing the door after putting away the bloody towels, a mistake that could have left traces. Modern forensics is capable of detecting signs that cannot be seen with the naked eye, and Sharon seemed to have missed some important evidence. Despite her efforts to clean up and cover up every trace, Sharon seemed to have left important evidence behind without realizing it. As Chance continues his investigation, he begins to suspect that Sharon may have something to do with Heather's death. Although there is not enough evidence to convict her, the traces she left behind during the cleanup may become the key to the case. Phyllis also suspects Sharon, and this creates a silent confrontation between the two women. Sharon is no stranger to handling difficult situations, but this time, she may have been overconfident in her abilities. She thought everything was under control, but with the mistakes she has made, she is at risk of being exposed at any time. Phyllis, with her sharp intuition, does not trust Sharon and always feels that Sharon is hiding something. Both Phyllis and Chance are getting closer to the truth, and time is not on Sharon's side. Chance's investigation affects not only Daniel, but everyone involved. The relationships between characters like Sharon, Phyllis and Kyle become increasingly complicated. Kyle, although not directly involved in the case, his chaotic life makes him an unpredictable element in this story. Phyllis, with her determination and intelligence, is getting closer to finding the truth. But that also means she will have to face many risks and challenges. Sharon, with her secrets and schemes, may not be able to stand firm when everything is exposed. And Kyle, can he overcome this dark period and regain peace in his life? The Abbott family is once again in turmoil, and tensions are high when Kyle makes a dangerous deal with Victor Newman, putting himself in a dangerous position. At first glance, Kyle seems to be taking advantage by choosing Victor's side, but in reality, he has sold out Abbott, the family company he once swore to protect. Things get more complicated when Kyle decides to steal an upcoming Abbott product to give to Victor. This is a huge blow to Abbott, and this only further divides the Abbott family. Currently, Glissade, a major competitor of Abbott, is leading the market with outstanding products, and Kyle's actions are nothing short of destroying Abbott's chances of staying competitive. Kyle, with his ambition and bold decisions, may have gone too far without realizing the serious consequences that could come to him and his family. However, the threat is not just from the business world. Kyle has been spying on his mother Diane Jenkins' laptop in the hopes of finding something useful for Victor and himself. But this action only brings more trouble for Kyle, making things worse. Diane discovers that her son has been spying on her, and this betrayal breaks the fragile trust between the two. Not only does it affect their mother-son relationship, it also aggravates the already troubled marriage between Diane and Jack. Meanwhile, Daniel Romolatti's life is spiraling into darkness. Although he always tries to control the situation and protect himself, the latest developments show that Daniel is facing unforeseen troubles. The trailers reveal that Daniel will be put in an extremely difficult position, leaving him unsure of how to move forward. His life seems to be falling apart, and the light at the end of the tunnel seems increasingly distant. A major shock comes as Chance investigates Daniel's case, discovering incriminating evidence in his apartment. The evidence Chance finds this week leaves Daniel with no way back, and things look set to get much worse before they get any better. Daniel faces the possibility of being framed for something he didn't do, and his life is thrown into a nightmare he can't control. Things get even more tense when Diane and Jack go head-to-head once again. They used to be a solid couple, but recent events have put them on opposite sides of the story. Jack, who has always tried to uphold family values and protect Abbott, feels betrayed when Diane sides with her son Kyle. Diane, on the other hand, is feeling lost and helpless as her relationship with her son goes south. Could Kyle's troubles be the real cause of Jack and Diane's split? Their lives have been tough before, but this time, Kyle's problems could be the last straw. Jack and Diane have weathered many storms, but can they endure more disagreements over how to handle Kyle? The divisions and tensions in their relationship have left them both on the brink of breaking up. Are they headed for separation or even divorce? The Abbott family's future is in jeopardy. Kyle is drawn into a dangerous world with Victor, while Daniel is struggling with legal troubles that could change his life forever. Diane and Jack, once a strong couple, are now on the brink of separation. With that in mind, no one can predict what the future will bring. Life in Genoa City has never been short of drama, and this time, things seem to be going downhill before any light can shine on the wounded souls. Dangerous deals, family betrayals, and dark secrets are slowly being revealed. All of which indicate that the storm is not over yet, and a bigger battle awaits everyone ahead. Viewers will not only see the character development of Lucy and Daniel, but also feel the strong change in Phyllis's mentality and actions. She is no longer the mother who just watches her children suffer, but has become the leader of the fight for justice, with the belief that the family will overcome any challenge, no matter how difficult. Subscribe to Yonder to stay updated with the latest news on our channel.